I am a publisher, writer, editor, daughter, sister, auntie, dog mom, and many other things, including currently a cancer patient. But I am not a doctor or medical professional of any sort. What you are about to watch is an episode of my journey through cancer. I'm sharing my adventure with you in hopes that you'll find something here that's comforting and maybe even inspiring. This video is not intended to provide any sort of diagnosis or treatment plan. Please go talk with your doctor for professional medical advice.
Do not want to be here.
I am in the waiting room to get my port installed, and they say it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours. The procedure itself takes about half an hour to 45 minutes. And just really scared. Probably stupid to be this scared. It's possibly not one of the worst things that's going to happen to me during this treatment program. But it's still kind of freaking me out. Oh, guess who just walked in the door? Found me. Was it a long walk or wait for the shuttle?
Pardon?
Was it a long walk or wait for the shuttle?
Wait for the shuttle.
All right, settle in, Jack, because they say it's going to take 2.5 to 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm worth it. You're on tape.
If you say so. I don't think it'll take me that long to read this.
I told you.
I hear you.
Yeah, so today I finally got my port installed. My stepfather Jack drove me to the hospital where the procedure was to be performed. It was about an hour away, and luckily, while I wasn't able to eat any breakfast, I was allowed to drink whatever I wanted to drink, so I was able to have coffee, which probably made the trip a whole lot more pleasant for my stepfather. The experience of having a port installed, let me just say that the people were exceptionally nice at the hospital. I mean, to a person, they were just really pretty delightful people. I had 3 nurses who had to come in and try to give me an IV, and the first 2 blew, and they were about to call in the IV team who have special equipment to get vein or to get needles into people who have small veins, as I do. And so I said, gee, I've never had a specialist team come in before to try to get an IV in me, so let's give it one more go. And we did, and the nurse got it in, which was great, and underscores the importance of actually having a port, because if I had to have a new IV put in every time that I was having a chemo treatment, my veins would just be shriveled, and I God knows where they would have to try to put the IV after a period of time, because chemo drugs can destroy your veins. So it's important that I had a port, and now I have one. And I will tell you later in the video that I fell asleep when I got home, and I'm unable to cut these off myself, but they'll go tomorrow. Anyway, the 2 doctors came in then to talk to me about what the operation was going to be like and what I could expect. They showed me a model of the port, told me about the catheter that would be installed under my collarbone, and the port itself, which is sort of a quarter-sized device that has a rubber top, and that the rubber will guide and hold the needle in while you're being infused with chemo, or while you're having blood work done, or when they want to inject, dyes for PET scans. It's very rare that I'm going to need an IV from now on, now that I have the port. And they asked me if there was anything else they could do for me besides get me the drugs I was asking for, because I was really terribly nervous. And the attending said, don't be nervous, but we totally understand why. It's your first time. You've never had this done before. And I said, that's right. I said, but you guys have done it before, so I should feel confident. And he said, well, once before. And I just laughed. I said, okay, that's great. Keep making me laugh. I will get through this. And they actually sent a nurse in to tell me a really bad joke, and he was very funny. He said, if I can remember this, he said, there was a team of astrologers, and they were working to try to calculate the length of time it took for the sun to rise and set every day, but they got bored after about 24 hours and called it a day. And I love bad jokes, but I've admitted that in previous videos. And they gave me the drugs, and I started to slowly go into what they call conscious sedation, where I was awake enough to help move myself from the gurney onto the operating table, but I was not awake enough to actually feel what they warned me would be like 2 bee stings when they put the numbing medication into underneath my collarbone and at the site of the port. Didn't feel that. Didn't feel any pulling or tugging or anything that they warned me that I might feel as they inserted the port and the catheter. I didn't feel any of that. I do remember waking up enough that I opened my eyes and I saw the screen that they put in front of my face, so I wouldn't feel them actually making the incisions into my flesh, which I'm really glad. Did not want to see that, but all I remember seeing was the screen and not really having any emotion or fear about it at all. Okay, so let me show you the port. This is the first incision, and you can kind of feel the catheter right under there. And the second incision, and there's the port. It's kind of bumpy and soft. It's rubbery. It's tender now, but I've been told that will go away. So that's what I have so far. By the time I woke up, I was in the recovery room. My stepfather was right there, waiting for me. And I was able to get up almost immediately and walk out to his truck to make the return trip home. And admittedly, I wobbled a little bit. I wasn't very steady on my feet, but I held on to him, got in the car. I was able to go out to lunch and have a really nice, yummy avocado salad. And then we went straight to my mother's retirement home and visited her, which I really don't remember a lot of that. I was really sleepy, and when I came home, I got in bed and I slept for 12 hours, which means that it is now the middle of the night and I am wide awake because I've had 12 hours of sleep. But I will leave you with a song. My mother likes to sing when I go visit her. It really makes her smile and cheers her up, and it's kind of fun. And usually Mom will pick a show tune or two for us to sing together. But today she picked what she calls her favorite song, and it was in honor of me being so brave about getting the port installed. And if you listen to the end, you will hear what my mother thinks about the latest decision to take away women's rights and the overturning of Roe.
She says it wasn't stolen.
And a 1 and a 2. I am woman,
hear me roar.
and numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend.
I am born, hear me roar.
'Cause I've been down there on the floor, and no one's ever gonna keep me down again. Oh, yes, I am wise, but it's wisdom born of pain. Yes, I've paid the price, but look how much I've gained. If I have to, I can do
Anything.
I am strong. I am invincible. I am
Woman, hear me roar. Hear me roar.
They're going to pay a price for it, said Congressman Sean.
Can you say fuck you, Samuel Alito?
Campaign arm, using the term MAGA 9 times in a roughly 9-minute
No, I
interview, said
can't.
this, quote,
Do you want
"We're
to?
going beat them over the
Yeah.
head with that."
Well, go ahead and
But
say it.
Richard Swan, Frank Figliuzzi, Harry
Fuck
Lynnie, and
you.
Jackie Alamany are
I'll
all
read
back
you.
with us. This debate performance
You
was
speak
so
for all of us,
interesting, and
Mama.
all of the choices Liz Cheney.
If you liked this video or found it helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell.